Layla, the acoustic or the unplugged version. We've got, just a couple of parts. It's not too bad. It starts with this. Here's the verse. Now I'm going to play a D minor chord, and it's going to have my first finger on the first fret of the high E. And now I put my pinky on the third fret of the B string, and then my middle finger on the second fret of the G string. And that's so I have my ring finger free, because I'm going to go like this. Open A string, third fret A string, and then the D string open with the D minor chord, the voicing I just explained. So you can keep the chord shape when you do the lick. Then, this is probably the hardest bar chord, B flat major bar chord with the root on the A string. And then I like to play, I've seen him, I think he was playing a bar chord C major up a whole step. But for me, I like to go to C because it's easier to get back to the D minor. So it looks like this. D minor, B flat, C, C, D. Now it goes into what we would call the verse. Okay, more bar chords. It's going to be what we will call a C sharp minor chord, bar chord. The root's on the A string. And by the way, if you've never realized this, when I play a bar chord with the root on the A string, the shape is going to look like an A minor or an A major, depending on major or minor. And when I find a root on the E string, it's going to look like an E minor or an E major. Well, if that was obvious, sorry. Okay, so C sharp minor, one measure, to, we'll call it this time G sharp 7. Then C sharp minor again, just like that. 1, and then we're going to go C, D, E, and then we're going to sus it on the second fret of the G string back and forth, and I think he adds his pinky to the third fret of the B string for an E7 chord, like that. So here's what we have from the A, C. Okay? Then we have this little next little section, alternating two different chords. F sharp minor to B major with the root on the A string. E major to A major. Then the F sharp minor again. B, E, and then there's a little A chord right before it goes back to the chorus. And it doesn't do when it goes to the chorus. It's like layla. Basically, the D blues scale sounds, killer. over it. So there will be a jam track available on this one that you can just work out as many D blues licks as you can shake a stick at, all right? So anyway, this was Marty with guitarjams.com. Look forward to seeing you again. I'd like to hear your requests, so go ahead and let me know. And we'll talk to you next time.